is up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Hyuga Corp Anime Podcast. I'm your host, Joseph Hyuga, and this is my co-host,
It's your boy Flu.
and welcome to another episode. This will be the final season finale review of Overlord
Season 4.
for this season 4. This will be the finale for that. So thank you guys for listening. We've been keeping track of everybody and just seeing everybody come through, man, and we appreciate it. We've almost hit the milestone of 100 for the figure giveaway.
Halfway.
We're halfway there. So thank you guys for that. We appreciate it. If you guys got time, you're listening on other podcast stations, you can definitely find us on YouTube on the Hyuga Corp Anime Podcast. You'll find us same name as the podcast you're listening to now. We're on YouTube. If you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, once we get to 100, that's when we're going to be doing the anime figure giveaway, and we're going to do it live on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed to YouTube, it's going to be kind of hard for you guys to win that raffle giveaway. So just kind of want to put that out there. But thank you guys. We appreciate you. And without further ado, my boy.
Yes, sir.
So technically we have 2 episodes to cover because we covered the last 2.
Yeah. But also the entire season.
But I'd rather just talk about the entire season. I don't think we really need to break down the last 2 episodes.
The last 2 episodes were kind of the same thing. A little bit.
Okay.
It's just, the second was just, the final episode was a result of the episode before it.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see the happenings of that result so much.
Mm-hmm.
As just, this is what happened.
Yeah. Which really sucked for me, in my opinion. I kind of wanted to see more of the devastation of the kingdom. I didn't see
the abilities.
Yeah, the abilities.
The animation.
Yeah, I want to see
because it's like
exactly.
That's one of the staples I feel like of Overlord is the animation.
Yeah, and the just sheer devastation. So it was cool.
Exactly.
I wanted to see that. I really, they explained a lot of things, and I thought that a lot of things were good, but I think that they could have been better. I think you said before complacency. There might be a little bit of complacency in this, or, like we said, we haven't read it yet, but I plan on reading it after this review. I'm going to start reading the books up until this point to see what we missed, and then then I can just do a solo. I can do a solo video, or I can just tell you what happens and we can talk about it. I can tell you what happens,
right.
And then we can talk about it through the thing. But
it felt like we did a lot of talking. Like, first half of the season, we saw some fighting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Fighting the dwarves, fighting the Quokka.
Yep.
All that stuff, and then second half of the season was dragons. Not really fighting.
Not really fighting.
But that's kind of where we started to shift away from what I feel like was a staple for Overlord. We did see some fighting with the dragon armor puppet and the
Platinum Dragon Knight.
Yeah, and the German. I forget that guy wearing Ainz's armor. I forget his name. But even then, we didn't see much because it wasn't really Ainz fighting.
Right.
And the other guy was melee, just hurling swords, which was sick.
Yeah.
But second half of the season, we didn't get to see a whole lot of the fighting animation, the spell animation, the casting animation, if you will.
Yeah.
And I feel like 4 seasons in, we're watching this for a reason. I know we're like Overlord's known for their story and their explanation of things. They're weaving things in and out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really felt let down this season with just fighting stuff like that. We didn't really get to see it. There was a lot of devastation, but I don't know. With it being the 4th season, I feel like we saw a lot of the same things that we saw in the 3rd season. Like, it felt very much like rinse and repeat of the 3rd season. We saw like the lizard arc, we got the dwarf arc now.
Yeah.
We saw like new things, new special swords in the lizard arc, chasing special swords here too.
Yeah.
They're just we've got the.
Well, we did get some fighting with the knights attacking the eastern.
The Death Knights and
the Death Knights attacking with the platinum level
yeah,
heroes.
we did.
So. But I agree with you when you say
I don't know, it just
to me
it
this
felt like
it was all this whole
reason.
season was just plotting, in my opinion. There was like you said up until the dwarf and the dragons part. At the dragons, that's when everything just stops. Like everything from the dragons forward is just all plotting in the rest of the season. I feel like which is fine. That's fine. But I feel like there was some content that we didn't get to see that we missed during the plotting, because I know there was some stuff going on in the background, and I really feel like, to me, I feel like, and feel free to let us know. Like I said, I'm gonna read the books and then we'll do a review. So it's gonna be some time down the road, but
slow reader.
So yeah, I'm a slow reader. I just feel like there's a lot of that was just it was a plot. It was plotting and chess moves, which was fine. I mean, because if you go back and look at our episodes, we were feeling it when Albedo went there and she was being the envoy. Me and you were both like, yeah, this is really good.
Because they had a story like set in place for what we were going to cover in the season, and I don't know if did you feel the same way, where it felt like they were introducing new things, but we hadn't finished covering old things.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
And it's like we're leaving certain aspects of the story open that, and we've talked about this. We've got an OVA coming out. We've got a movie coming out next year. There's going to be a lot covered in these two movies. There has to be, considering what it seems like we might be missing, information we might be missing, because we have the whole thing with the vassal states. Or the vassal state, that whole thing, so which was like the first three episodes, the first three episodes.
We saw him fight the troll.
We know nothing out. The Goblin King, Goblin? Is this
like Warrior? It's like Warrior King or
Warrior King, yeah, Warrior King. Like it just feels like we've got a lot of things that we started, and then we didn't finish any of them. We just kept starting new things. Yeah. And then we did complete not the Holy Kingdom. This kingdom.
Yeah, the devastation.
The devastation of this kingdom. We did finish that. Yeah. And it was obviously the way they wove it all together was really well done.
It was well done.
Yeah, it's always well done.
Yeah.
But it's just it
leaves you hungry.
It does leave you hungry, but we keep leaving a lot of things open.
Yeah.
Like
you're right.
We still know nothing about the players. Yep. We don't know anything about the legendary warrior, those sub warriors.
Oh yeah, that they talked about.
Yeah, they talked about
the
briefly.
people that came 200 years ago.
Which
I thought was Dragon Lord was referring to.
Yes, which I thought was going to be the dude in the armor, just ended up being that uncle dude.
I thought he was being a player, but Dragon Lord gave him that armor.
Yep. Which was possibly from one of those guys. But either way, we keep introducing things that could be something really cool, and then we switch to something that really isn't as nearly as interesting, I feel like. Okay. And I don't know, like I said, we got to read a lot because it just feels like it's Overlord. There's a shit ton of information always.
Yeah.
So it's almost impossible to cover it in 13 episodes in a season. Yeah. And I get that, which is why like we jump around so much. I get that, but it's just at the end it's difficult.
So at the end, right? Me and you both talked about this too a little bit. Is at the end when we saw pretty much it's like a quick flashbacks of how everything kind of transpired. I would have liked to seen more with Demiurge going and having those conversations and talking with the princess to kind of make things work and make sure plans were on track. Yeah, I mean, it would have made it. I get why they didn't. It's because they're trying to be like surprise.
I mean,
but it wasn't surprise. Yeah, that in time. Yeah, and then because they were like surprise, and I'm like, was it though? It's like no, to me, it wasn't really a surprise.
We knew it was going to
happen
because
when we saw. Because remember, I said something weird's going on. Because when we saw Albedo and her talking at the very end of those credits, and I don't know if you guys watched that at all at the end of the end credits, but the one episode, I think it was like 6.
It was like halfway in, yeah.
It was like 6.
Halfway in.
At the end of the credits, it shows Albedo and her
and
talking.
She's kneeling
kneeling to Albedo, and they're talking
and we were
about
like, what the?
Yeah, I was like, what? And they're talking about Climb and Ainz, and I was like, okay, these two, kind of share some type of something. And then at the end, where they show she's a demon and she serves directly under Albedo, I was like, I like this.
Seems like a young Albedo.
Yeah,
looks
like a young
resembles
Albedo.
a young Albedo almost exactly. Even with her interaction with Climb, the way all that whole thing.
Yeah.
Hey, we fucking or am I fucking?
That's basically what she told him.
She gave him the classic Bill Cosby line.
She gave my man Climbs she gave my man Climb the basic Crosby, bruh. Hey. She roofied him with death, and then she said, look, when he woke up after resurrected, look, are we fucking or am I fucking? And he's like, we? And she's like, that's what I thought. She's like, I'll be back in here in a minute. So, so then when, when they kind of showed everything that she did, I was, and how she pretty much single-handedly created the downfall of the kingdom. She hired the other two guys to go talk to the dumb fuck, and then all that other stuff.
Which we said when that happened, we were like, that's obviously like a setup somehow, but from who we didn't know who.
Exactly.
And like I said, they tie a lot of things together.
And
but
I did like how they explained how Climb survived all of those instances because he was on a no-kill list, which makes sense to me now because I'm like, bro, he survived death many times.
There's no reason for him to be alive.
So many times.
But there is.
And that's the reason why Brain lived. Because when Gazov... Because Brain was always with Climb, so that's the only thing that kept Brain from dying.
Well, I mean, they could have just killed him and left Climb alive.
But he was always with Climb.
There's something else with Brain.
Because Ainz didn't kill him either when they were sitting there at the
Neither did Kokidis.
At the duel with Gazov.
He's still alive after Kokidis.
Well,
he's encased in ice.
Well, we don't know if he only took a shoulder cut, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
and then he was encased in ice.
Yeah, and then they didn't show him there when the city was rubbled.
We don't know.
Which I wish we could have seen.
That
sucked. And she didn't kill Climb again when she's like, "Hey, I'm about to do like a fucking earthquake thing.
I'm gonna destroy this area first.
So you might want to leave. You might want to leave." And he's like,
"I'm not supposed to. You're not supposed to be caught up in this."
Fuck. Yo, first of all, can we shout out to my man Climb's endurance and stamina? Because my man ran all the way from outside of the kingdom. From where the castle is, straight sprinted all the way down to where the fucking city thing is, and then ran all the way back nonstop in time for. First of all, that stamina's.
Hey, no offense to my man's,
that's
but
mad for.
First of all, they were waiting for him. So,
like,
hey, man's had time. First of all, because they were waiting for him.
Yeah.
Second of all, let's be honest. Like I said, there's nothing special about him.
Yeah, you're right. Ainz did say it.
I mean,
nothing special about him. Ainz like, I thought.
Listen, I wish there was, but let's be honest.
Yeah.
Hey, man's got endurance. That's cool. You can run far.
Yeah.
But there ain't nothing special about you. So what's running do if you're dead?
And I'm glad they kind of said that too, because I think we all were kind of hoping that Climb would. It was either Climb or Brain would have some type of something.
Did you
that
Did you actually think one of them had something? Like,
yeah,
it doesn't matter what they have.
Well, no, but I was hoping that. Because Gazov fucked with them, and I liked him. And I figured that he saw something in them, or in him, or whatever. Because those three of them were tight the whole time. And Climb was really elevated because of...
He just wanted to use them for power.
And stuff. So, and I thought maybe there'd be something. But it ended up being that he's some girl simp. He's got the princess chick's little pet thing. Pet simp thing. So it is what it is.
And again, I wanted to see the T-Rex... I mean, we kind of saw it stopping around,
but T-Rex.
I wanted to see that thing just take down everything.
That was hilarious, though. Can we talk about how the platinum level adventurous samurai guy, that fucking brain trained,
the Grandmaster,
that brain trained for like a month or 2 months.
Man,
I was talking to him and pull out the katana. He said, "I'm not gonna allow you to enter the Mages Guild. This got the thing." Just blood.
Everyone else was like. And then they're eaten by
monsters.
Wolves and shit. So.
And Aura's just like, oh, so it is in here. Okay, that's good to know. It summons monsters. Perfect.
Cool, it's still here.
Yeah, I was like,
like I get the whole.
Motherfucker got caught monologuing. Got body.
I mean, yeah, honestly,
I'm surprised he didn't just attack. He's stupid.
I mean,
he would have done it.
He thought he was better than he was. Yeah, I mean, like. To his defense, he had never seen a threat like that.
That's true.
He'd never seen an Avengers level threat like that.
He had never seen an Avengers level threat.
So, I don't know. I think the style of fighting he was used to was probably like, you introduce yourself and you have a duel.
Right.
I don't think he was really ready for the,
Yeah, slingshot it straight to the brain.
Yeah, I don't think he was ready for that level difference. Yeah. My man was used to being adamantite.
You knew it was real when all of his pupils were like, fuck.
So we're dead.
So
cool.
We're instantly dead, yeah. And she's like, eat him. He's like, eat him.
Tasty snack.
I was like, wow, okay. So that was hilarious.
But it just felt like season 4 was a lot of storytelling, but like the first half of the season felt a lot like the first half of last season. And then the second half felt very similar to the second half of last season, except for we've introduced in this time, like the Platinum Dragon Lord. And, like, that whole aspect, which we already have been, like, bringing on for a while now.
There's still no players.
Still no lizards. Still don't know what happened to Shaltir. Still don't know all this other shit. Like, I would hope for, like, we've wrapped up story that we started in season 3, cool. But like, what about all the shit from season 1 and season 2?
And I wonder,
can we bring back some of that stuff?
And 5 has not been confirmed.
We do, like I said, we have the OVA, we have the Holy Kingdom movie,
and the movie.
We both think there's going to be a lot of stuff in both of those that are going to answer a lot of questions.
It just makes sense to me. Honestly.
It's going to fill in gaps because, at least in my eyes, there's gaps.
Yeah, there's definitely gaps.
Maybe not gaps, but just.
No, there's gaps.
We're missing.
There's gaps in content. There's huge gaps in
explanations, maybe.
There's Demiurge gaps left and right. We never get to see anything.
And he's such a cool concept.
Cool.
I really want to see the prisoners getting tortured. No offense.
Yeah, those guys from the thing. And we never really saw the. We never saw.
We didn't see the army get wiped out. Like we didn't see any of the cool shit. Like I know you say we saw the Death Knights and all that cool stuff, but like
no, we didn't. I wanted to see the army.
That was like half an episode.
See the army get wiped out,
and then we didn't see the big fights.
Yeah. We didn't see the army wiped out. I wanted to see them march into the city. I wanted to see the city.
We still haven't seen the dragons do anything.
We have no dragons.
We had 5 or 6 episodes to showcase the dragons. Yeah. We just saw one episode. Hey, dead. All right, we got the dragons now. Cool. Nothing else.
Dwarves. We collected them.
Like I feel like
sent them to the kingdom. And
we haven't seen any rune carving.
We haven't seen anything with his kingdom either since he left.
Yeah.
We just
haven't seen much.
Last thing we saw was him and Momon were walking, and then they were interrupted because Albedo.
We haven't seen anything with Momon. We haven't seen anything with
because Albedo's thing fucking happened.
And that's the issue with
which brings me to with Albedo's first pawn fucking up and being like that.
Man lived too long.
This princess chick that got turned into a demon has no shot of fucking up. She doesn't know, but Albedo already went through that one time, and she won't disappoint Ainz again.
Yeah, and like the first one made her look so bad.
Yeah,
like so bad.
So bad.
Caused the entire destruction of an entire kingdom.
Basically,
bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
and that ain't gonna happen again with this demon chick. I tell you that right now. But I'm curious on how Climb and her are gonna look.
That I don't understand why. Like, I get she was used to bring about the whole like demise of that kingdom, like the whole plan. Yeah, the whole plan. But it seems like she's gonna become a main character. I don't feel like we need another one. I'm gonna be honest. There's no.
I don't think she will be.
I don't feel like there's any. Then why would we waste 2 seasons?
I think they did that.
I
think they did that because they're gonna use her in the other kingdoms.
Probably as some kind of leader or something like that.
She's the last survivor of the royal family.
Yeah.
And they can use her as an example to the other
Fair
kingdoms.
I don't know.
I don't think she's going to be a main character at all. She's done. That's done. I mean, we'll read and find out, but that's done.
I need to know what we're going to do with all the stuff that we've already established now.
You're right.
Because we
need dwarves, lizards, dragons. Okay,
Quagoa, I really like
Quagoa,
and that's like there's cool. They've introduced such cool concepts that you could try out and test and do things with, but they're not.
Adventurers Guild, because he went to the kingdom and invited all the Adventurers
Warrior
Guild.
King,
Adventurers
Vassal
Guild,
State,
the Warrior King,
Vassal
the Warrior
State.
Orc King thing. Okay.
Yep.
And then the Vassal State,
Platinum Dragon King.
And we don't. He knows that's not really a concern. Because he thinks Albedo's the player now, which is hilarious. Fucking idiot. And so that's not even a thing. So and then and then Blue Rose. The reason why I say that is because they threw me off though. I'm not gonna lie. They threw me off.
What do you mean? How so?
When they did the T thing and they tranked her, and then they mind controlled her so she'd leave. At first, I'm like, why are they jumping her?
Stabbing their own, like,
straight jumping her, bro. And I remember that they said that she's got berserker, so she's super strong.
Yeah.
But I was like,
but
why
she literally would not, like,
yeah.
She was going to kill them all.
Yeah, I was like, yo. And then...
They're like, nah, you don't understand. She's going to get everybody killed. Yeah. Like, shanks her again.
Yeah, I was like, damn, dude, that's kind of brutal. And then they got her, then once her defenses wore off, then they're like, okay, mind control. Like, all right, heal yourself. And I was like, damn. And she's like, all right, we're getting out of here. And I was like, oh, y'all did it so y'all didn't want to die. Okay, yeah. I get it. Yeah, I would have bounced too. But did you notice the princess asked, hey, where y'all going?
Oh, because she wanted to. Yeah, well, yeah. Well, yeah, because she
oh, y'all leaving?
Oh, y'all
leaving?
Where y'all going?
Where y'all going?
Hey, where can I hide with you?
Yeah, where y'all going? just in case I need to escape. Where you going? And then
which
Evil.
cave
I think
was that
Evil.
again?
I think Evil Eye kind of caught on a little bit and was like, yeah.
I think Evil Eye's
someplace
probably
further.
Evil Eye's known since the carriage. That carriage ride.
Yeah.
Like she had like I feel like Evil Eye's too
Yeah, she's pretty smart.
supposed to be.
I bet she's fucking hot too. You want to bet on that?
You already know she like it's
I don't know
anime
that.
Joe. It's an anime Joe.
I don't know that.
It's an anime.
I don't know that.
It's an anime. I mean, all right.
That one little. You know what else we didn't see? I don't know.
Joe, there's a lot. Like that's
but hold on.
that's the problem with introducing
what
this
else-
much new content and like just
what else we didn't
continuing
see?
new storylines.
we didn't see
and
those
shit.
guys defend the kingdom like they said they were going to. The wizard
The
had
red team?
chicken. Yeah,
the red team.
Red team. I guess they were so irrelevant they just got
Like
deleted.
we didn't see anything, dude. Like it's just we don't see anything that
Damn,
we
that just-
introduced. And it's
Damn,
just,
that just occurred to me.
ah.
That's occurred to me mid podcast.
I feel like we focus on like the most boring parts of the story that we're introducing.
But you know what? Maybe we'll see it in the
not even boring, but just like we're skipping the fun parts of the. We're just getting the boring parts of the arcs.
Yeah,
and I'm just
I
like,
could live
why? I get we're explaining shit, but
You know what triggered that thought?
what's that?
I said hot. That Evil Eye's hot, and it triggered
Oh,
me
and
for
that
you saying the wizard chick was hot.
The mage girl.
Yeah, that had the little cloud shadow hands that were holding up the stuff. Yeah, interesting. So, what do you give it? We'll go ahead and shut this down. What do you give it?
Here's the thing.
As a season 4.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's season 4.
Yeah, season 4.
Here's the thing. That's the thing. It's
Okay.
season 4, man. Like,
Yeah.
Like I said last episode, I'm at the point where I can't be getting rinse and repeat shit. Like, yes, we're getting new stories and stuff, but they're doing it in the same way that they've been doing it, and we're just opening more questions, not we're answering 1 or 2 questions while opening 14 other ones, and then I feel like we're just going to abandon those like we've abandoned everything else.
Right.
Or they're going to try and tie it all in at once and all in at these specific points in like one season, and I'm just going to get lost in... Like, we've already lost track of shit that's happened because there's so much that's happened.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's my problem is, and
Yeah,
maybe that's because we're
and we
not
never-
smart
and
enough
we
to like
yeah,
keep track
maybe-
of everything,
Maybe.
and that'd be our issue. But
Yeah, that would be our issue, but I'd be okay with that.
that'd
I mean,
be
feel
fine.
free to tell us in the comments, you know.
But
or let
either
us know
way,
what's
it's just like it's hard to follow this now because
Yeah.
I was really
going on.
hoping.
Oh, and the wizard dude's a little dark
stop
chamber. Guys.
Stop reminding me of shit, Joe.
You're
like,
right. You're right.
And this thing is, we're gonna they're gonna reintroduce and try and answer these
Yeah,
questions. I'm gonna be
yeah.
like, who the fuck is this guy?
Right.
I'm just gonna be like, and then I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch like
Right.
3 episodes out of the second season or something to be
Yeah.
like, oh, this is what happened here.
That's right. Yeah.
And I don't want to do that, Joe.
So what are you giving it out of 10?
Fuck. Overlord overall is like one of my highest rated animes. I just like
It's a 9 out of 10 overall.
Yeah, it's the way they do things, the way they explain things. I like it
Yeah.
because they, like I said, they introduce a lot, which is fun. I'm a little skeptical now because now they're not answering any of it, which is making this rating for this season in specific go down.
Yeah.
We talked about, we hope there's a lot of questions answered in the new 2 upcoming things, but right now it's probably sitting at like a 6. Yeah.
Ooh, that's where I was thinking too.
Yeah,
I was thinking
that's
thinking like a 6, 6.5,
and that
which
hurts.
is so hard.
That hurts because like
It's so hard because
it's not a bad season. It's
No,
not
it's
a
not.
bad season,
It's
but
not.
it's just
There was a really good parts in it
it's
too.
bad out as a 4th season.
It's true.
Like, I don't.
That's true. There
I don't
was
know.
really good parts in this season.
There are.
And there was lots of good, and there's only a couple of wow moments for me that were like really wow. Wow when Ein showed up when motherfuckers was trying to get deals to get out of it, and he's like, "Oh, what a coincidence!" And my man's like, "You look pale." That was epic. Showing the dwarves being so happy to craft things when he pulled the sword out that had like Knight's 13 runes on it.
We saw him use that sword and stuff too.
That
which
was a wow
cool, but-
factor that made me happy. Platinum Dragon Lord was a wow factor that made me happy. I'm me, so the pervy magic
that witch lady.
witch chick,
Yeah.
or nun chick from
Nun,
that one,
nun,
from the
yeah.
Adventures Guild thing.
The nun that's in the little voice.
Yeah, she's super hot, so that made me happy. But other than that, though, the writing and stuff it was great, but it was just like I needed more. So I'm gonna give this season also a 6. I'm gonna give the season finale a 6.
Because they still did explain everything like they do and all
There's
that good
There's
stuff.
a lot of things we're looking at and we don't
But we
have.
can't keep introducing
Yeah.
stuff and then not closing other things or not bringing things back.
When the OVA comes out and the movies come out, we'll watch it, and then we'll come back and talk about whether they did season 4 true justice. We might bump our score up, maybe not.
Because if they're setting up for that
if the OVA comes out and the movie comes out and they're like, flashback, here's what you didn't see, and I'll be like, oh.
So that's why they're not there. The two teams are like fighting each other or some shit because they have now this own. Because these people are working for these people and this.
Yeah, I'm
like they could do more shit, but like,
okay.
don't open more questions. And not answer any other shit.
I agree.
Because then it's gonna be bad.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. Then it's gonna be rough for me.
But it was just a little underwhelming. So I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. And I'm gonna say we'll revisit this stuff when the OVA is done and when the movie's out, and we'll as soon as we watch it and we check it out, we will definitely do it. So it's a little heads up. I'm gonna let Overlord die for now. Kind of move on to this real quick. Little heads up, guys. So heads up for the listeners and the watchers of this channel. We are gonna be kicking it old school for the next couple episodes, baby. We're gonna be doing some old school anime reviews. Some of them that you guys have might seen. Some of them you guys have might not seen. We're going to be doing some old school stuff. We're going to do like Cowboy Bebop. We're going to do like Desert Punk. We're going to do like Eureka 7. We're going to do like some Lupin the Third. We're going to do some like some old school anime. There's a lot of new school anime, a lot of stuff that's good out right now. But we're going to review some old school stuff that maybe some people haven't seen or maybe have heard of. And they're like, is that good? Is it still good to go back and watch that now? Like these days and times? And dude, we're going to go back and watch it.
Because here's the thing. In today's current climate, dude, some of the old stuff really hits different and it hits closer to home. Yeah. And it's like, wow, this is watching this back when I was like 8, 9, whatever, is a little different than now. Yeah. But
we got some Yu-Gi-Oh reviews coming out too. We're going to be doing some Yu-Gi-Oh reviews. We'll be having a Yu-Gi-Oh conversation on which Yu-Gi-Oh series is the best one. We're gonna watch a couple of those, and so we got some content coming out for you. Just stay tuned to that. We'll have some reviews coming out in the meantime while we do those heavy hitters, because it's gonna take us some time to watch all that stuff, right? So we can talk about it. So just hang tough with us, hang steady with us. We got some good fresh content coming out for you guys. And once again, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube, please get over here and subscribe to the YouTube, because that is where we're gonna be doing our giveaway. And we will ship internationally, so it'll be through FedEx. FedEx goes all over the world. So when we do our figure giveaway, you're not going to want to miss the live broadcast. We'll be talking to y'all. We'll answer some questions and stuff like that. It's going to be a really good time. So don't miss that. Get over there. Subscribe to the YouTube page. We greatly appreciate you. And, till the next time. Peace.